let's begin. Again, what we'll do is we'll start off with feet shoulder width apart, slightly turned out. Just come to a really comfortable stance. And we're just going to begin by just allowing the body weight to ground down through the floor. Just feeling the weight of your body sink into the floor, grounding through the heels, softening through the balls of the feet. Sensing the balls of the feet just grounding onto the floor. And then let the toes gently spread out onto the floor. And from here, we'll just slowly work up the legs. We're just going to soften any tension in the muscles around the ankles, the calves. Softening in the backs of the knees, softening in the front of the hips. And then just unwinding in the thighs, letting go in the low back, softening in the belly, softening in the ribs. And imagine like you're just allowing the organs to just kind of hang from your ribs, hang from your spine. Softening any tension in the muscles of the shoulders, armpits. And you're just going to unwind down the arms all the way down to the elbows, softening in the forearms, unwinding all the way down through the wrist, the palms of the hands, backs of the hands, into the very tips of the fingers. And then from here, what I want you to do is just soften any tension in your neck, in your jaw. And as the body weight grounds down, I want you to bring your attention to the tip of your tailbone. And imagine your tailbone being pulled down deep into the center of the earth. And at the same time, the crown of your head is pulled up towards the sky. And so your body's just being suspended. As the body weight grounds down through the floor, the spine is gently pulled up to the sky and gently pulled down deep into the center of the earth. And then I want you to slowly bring your attention and your awareness to your breathing. And at first, just observe your breath. See if you can just tap in and observe your body breathing. And often I like to bring my attention to the sensation of the breath flowing in and out through my nose. So you're just observing the feeling or the sensation of the breath flowing in and out through your nose. And then as we often do, what we'll do is we begin to slowly exaggerate the breath a little bit. So I want you again to focus on your exhalation. You're going to exhale all the air out of your lungs. And then just allow for that nice full inhalation to fill the body. Exhale fully. Allow for that nice full inhalation. And then as you exhale, exhale all the air out of your lungs. Every last drop. Wait for and allow that nice full inhalation to fill the body. And then again, you're going to exhale all the air out of your lungs. And if you're exhaling fully, you'll probably feel your body kind of tilting forward. And then as you inhale, what you'll probably feel is the body rocking back maybe a little bit onto the heels. And that's okay. That's natural. And that's how it should be. Right, as you exhale fully, the body will gently tilt as the center of mass, center of gravity changes. And as you inhale, the body will slowly release back. And then just stay with that breathing. Exhaling fully, just allowing for that nice full inhalation to fill the body. And now I want you just to layer on a little bit of visualization here. So as you exhale, you're going to exhale all the air out of your lungs. And as you inhale, I want you to imagine like you're pulling energy, light, water, breath, whatever works for you, up through the feet, all the way up to the crown of the head, and all the way out to the very tips of the fingers. And as you exhale, that water, breath, energy, light flows back down through the floor, all the way down to the ground. And then as you inhale again, you're sucking and pulling that breath up from the floor, all the way up to the crown of the head, and all the way out to the tips of the fingers. And then as you exhale, it's all flowing back down through the feet, down into the ground, down into the floor. And let's just stay with that breath and visualization a few more times. So again, as you inhale, it's pulling up and out. And as you exhale, slowly releasing back down and back down through the ground and to the floor. Again, inhale, pulling up and out. And exhale, releasing back down through the ground and through the floor. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, pulling the breath, energy light up and out. And as you exhale, releasing it back down and through the floor. And on this inhalation, you're going to slowly open your eyes. And then we'll move into a little Qigong. How are you guys doing? How is the feed? Is it okay?
Good.
Good.
Okay, all right. Well, let's add our Qigong onto this. So we're going to take that same visualization, that same breathing pattern, and we'll start bringing it through a little bit of movement. So what I want you to do is you're going to exhale, and as you exhale, you're going to release a little bit, and the ankles, the knees, and the hips, almost like you were just kind of letting the body tilt. My Tai Chi master calls this like gorilla shape, right? We're kind of making this little gorilla shape. And then as you inhale, imagine like you're scooping water from a basin. And we're going to pull that water up and splash it on our face. And then we're going to exhale, release down, all the way down. You're going to release ankles, knees, hips. And we're going to inhale, pull that water from the basin, splash it on the face, and then exhale, release it down, all the way down. Releasing ankles, knees, hips, and again, inhale, pull the water up from the basin, splash it on the face, exhale, release it down. Releasing ankles, knees, hips, inhale up, all the way up, exhale, release it down. Releasing ankles, knees, hips. One more time, inhale up. And this time what we'll do is we'll flip the palms over at the chest, heart center, and you'll reach up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, we'll bring the arms finger painting down the walls. And then again, same thing here, we're going to inhale all the way up, flip the palms over and reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale fully. So with Qigong, right, we want to make sure we're doing this with our breathing. So we're going to inhale, and you want that inhalation to last all the way up to the ceiling. And then again, as you exhale, we'll bring it back down. So you're moving with your breath. You're moving in rhythm with your breathing. And we often don't think about our breathing, and we let our movement kind of dictate our breath. In Qigong and Tai Chi, we want to do the exact opposite. We want to let the breath determine where we are in the movement. So the breath guides the movement as opposed to the movement guiding the breathing. Let's just do that one more time. Inhale up. All the way up. Exhale, releasing down. And here we'll just splash water on the face. Exhale and release. And just in between each of these, we're just going to come into this constant bear. So this just kind of vigorous movement side to side. Now each of these are taken from a series of Qigong exercises called the 8 brocade. And there's various different ways of doing it, various different forms. And these are kind of my modifications of these. How's everybody doing? You guys still with me?
Good.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. Great, great, great. All right. So let's move into this one. This is called Wise Owl Gazes Backwards. And again, I think all of you have done this with me before. What we're going to do is we're going to come back to that same reset with your chi. You're going to exhale, release. Inhale, splashing water on the face. And this time we're going to exhale, release down. We'll open up the arms out to the sides. And as we do, we're going to externally rotate. So our fingers are pointing back. And then we're just going to rotate the body and look back over that right shoulder. And then as you inhale, we'll come back to center. You're going to exhale, release. Splash water on the face. Exhale, release. And then inhale, open up. And then we'll rotate to the left side. Inhale back to center. Again, exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open up, out to the sides. And exhale, rotate, looking over that right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, rotate. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release. We'll go one more rotation. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, rotate and twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to the center. Again, exhale, release. Inhale, splashing water on the face. And then exhale, release. And from here, we'll just come into that constant bear. Yeah, just going side to side. And we're going to do one more Qigong exercise. And again, most of you guys have done this with me before. So we'll come back to this position right here. We're going to go diamond at the center of your belly, right? Diamond at the center of your belly. Then we're going to take that diamond. We're going to bring it around to the small of your back. From here, we're just going to gently hinge. We're going to soften the ankles, knees, hips, and gently press the hips forward just a little bit. So we're opening up in the front side of the body. Then you're going to inhale, come back to standing. You're going to flip your palms over to where they're on your rear, and you're going to slowly roll down the backs of your legs. Then we'll come around, we'll come up gently up the front of the legs. And then we'll bring that diamond back to the center of the belly. We'll take that diamond, we'll bring it to the small of your back. We're going to gently press the hips forward. Inhale back to standing. Flip the palms over, exhale down the backs of the legs. Inhale slowly around and up the front of the legs. Again, diamond to the center of the belly. Diamond to the small of the back. Exhale, pushing the hips forward. Inhale, slowly back up. Exhale, running the hands down the backs of the legs. And inhale, slowly around and up the front of the legs. Let's do that one more time. Diamond to the center of the, or coming to the back. Exhale, fully. Inhale, back to standing. Exhale, flip the palms over, run them down the backs of the legs. And inhale, slowly around and up. We'll finish by splashing water on the face. Exhale and release. And then again, from here, we'll come back into that constant bear. Just gently going side to side. And then from here, what we'll do is we'll just shake out the arms a little bit, shake out the hands, shake out the legs, almost like you're kicking water off the legs. Beautiful. How's everybody doing?
Good. Good.
And my reception's good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. There's a little bit of feedback. Are you guys receiving any feedback?
No.
No.
Okay, great, wonderful. I was wondering, it could be just these little earbuds I got in, and as long as you guys can hear me clearly and there's no issues. All right, wonderful, that's great. So just to really kind of go over a little bit, with Qigong, you know, like I know most of you guys have done yoga. In yoga, you're often trying to find that edge, if that makes any sense. So what I mean by that is, like, we may take a stretch or we may go to a position that kind of takes it to a little bit of an edge. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In Qigong, that's really not what you're doing. It's more about the breathing and the movement. Like, I don't want to come to end range here. I don't want to come to end range. I want to move through a comfortable range, letting my breath guide the movement. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think it's important to kind of delineate that when it comes to Qigong and yoga. And it's not to say one's better than the other, but you're not trying to stretch the neck. You're trying to move or articulate through a range of motion with your breathing guiding the rhythm of the movement. So I just wanted to be clear on that.
Right.
Let's dive into the Tai Chi form. And again, as always, we'll start off with just the footwork, and then we'll move in, we'll add the hands to it. All right. So now again, I'm going to be mirroring you guys because that seems to be a little bit easier when you're watching me in a video. So what I want you to do is you're going to come with your feet together in this V-shaped position, right? Coming from the heels. We're going to begin by just shifting your weight into that right foot. From here, you're going to step to the side with your left. We're going to shift your weight into your left foot, and then you're going to turn that right foot in on the heel to where your feet are facing forward underneath your hips, and you're in this nice, comfortable position. Let's do just that much again. So again, V shape with the feet. We're going to shift your weight into the right. We're going to step to the side with your left. We're going to shift your weight into the left, and then we're going to turn in your right. We're going to release the ankles and knees and the hips. The tailbone gently pulls down deep into the center of the earth. The crown of the head gently pulls up towards the sky, and your body just releases and sinks into the floor. Let's do that much again. Again, you're going to release the ankles and knees and the hips. Let the body weight just ground down through the floor. We're going to shift our weight into that right foot. You're going to step to the side with the left. You're going to shift your weight into that left foot, and then you're going to turn that right foot in on the heel, releasing the ankles, knees, hips. The tailbone pulls down deep into the center of the earth. The crown of the head pulls up towards the sky. Body weight sinks down. Let's do that again. Releasing the ankles and knees and the hips. Shift into the right. Step to the side with the left. Shift into the left. And then turn in the right. Again, release the ankles and knees, hips. Tailbone pulls down. Crown of the head up towards the sky. Beautiful, you guys. Let's do it again a couple of times without me saying anything. We'll just go right to it. Let's do it again. Is that becoming more and more comfortable?
A little bit.
So
Okay.
we try a little bit, don't we, when we're moving?
Ask that again, John.
We are traveling a little bit. When we push our left leg out,
Yep.
So I'm moving a little bit to the left, right?
Hands down. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So what we're really learning how to do in this first movement, and I know it's so, there's all these little details and nuances with Tai Chi. And the reality is at first we're just trying to learn this form. And then you can layer the nuances onto the form. But they kind of go hand in hand, right? Because it's kind of hard to just, you're not just stagnantly moving, right? You're kind of finding the fluidity. So one of the things that we're really trying to do with this is we're trying to learn how to shift weight and be comfortable having weight on one leg, right? So what I'm doing is here in this beginning, the weight is evenly displaced into both legs. Does that make sense?
Right.
And then what I want to do is I want to let that weight just kind of go over into this right side, right? I'm just dropping the weight into this right side so I can easily step to the side with my left foot. And then just like you said, John, yeah, I'm traveling in to this left leg, right? I'm shifting that weight all the way over to that left leg so I can easily bring this turn this right foot in on the heel like a windshield wiper. If I don't shift that weight over, I'm going to have a hard time turning that leg in. Does that make sense? And I think where this is applicable is, you know, if you watch people, the more fluid people are shifting weight, the easier they're going to have, the easier walking is going to be, the easier going downstairs is going to be. It's when we don't feel comfortable with weight on one leg, for whatever reason, is when we start having issues with balance, we start having issues, we start to grip, we start when we start feeling insecure with having weight on one leg, right, is when we start to run into issues. That's why, like in your workouts, right, I usually always have some kind of single leg based stuff. And that's what we're doing in Tai Chi, is we're learning how to comfortably shift into one leg and have that weight on one leg. Is that helpful?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's add on. So let's go back. Ellen, John, we did this the other day. Olivia, you know this. We're going to add the arms into this, right? So let's work just the arms. We'll do the footwork, and we'll come right into your arms, and then we'll work the arms for a little bit before we move on. So, right, let's come back into that V-shaped position. So again, we're going to release, we're going to soften the ankles and knees and the hips. Body weight just grounds down, it just sinks into the floor. We're going to shift our weight into that right foot. We're going to pick up that left foot and step to the side. We're going to shift that weight into the left foot, and then we're going to turn that right foot in on the heel. Great. From here, we're going to release the ankles and knees and the hips. And you remember the position that gorilla shape, that position that we got ourselves into when we splashed water on the face? You're going to make that same shape. We're going to release the ankles and knees, hips. And instead of coming up this time, we're going to reach out and up. Inhale, out and up. Right? Yeah, beautiful. And then from here, we're going to pull the fingers or pull the hands back towards your shoulders. Right? Elbows kind of go wide. Fingers are relaxed. And then here, we're going to drop the elbows, right, as the hands come up. And it's almost like you're waving high with both hands. Or somebody's saying, like, stick them up, right? Hands come up, elbows go down. Right? Stick them up, hands up. And then from here, we're going to slowly bring the arms down. And imagine like you're finger painting down a wall, or you're touching something soft with both hands. Yeah. And then we're going to come all the way down. Beautiful, you guys. We're not going to move the feet, but we're going to come right back into that same movement. We're going to release the ankles and knees and the hips. you're going to reach out and up. And I liken this to like a zombie walk, right? You just kind of, everything's relaxed. It's like a zombie walk, right? Yeah, great, Ellen, right? So then from here, we're going to pull those fingers back, right? Pull the fingers back. Now from here, the elbows are going to drop, the fingers are going to rise, or the hands are going to rise like you're waving high with both hands. And then we're going to finger paint down that wall. Let's do it again a little more fluidly. We're going to release ankles, knees, hips. As you inhale, you're going to reach out and up. As you exhale, you're pulling the fingers back. And as you inhale, the elbows drop and the fingers rise like you're waving high with both hands. And then again, we're going to finger paint down that wall. Exhale. Let's do it together with our breath. Release ankles, knees, hips. Exhale fully. As you inhale, reach out and up. As you exhale, pull the fingers back. As you inhale, the elbows drop and the fingers rise. And as you exhale, we're finger painting down the wall. Again, we'll come right into it. Exhale fully, release ankles, knees, hips. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, pull the fingers back. Inhale, the elbows drop and the fingers rise. Exhale, finger paint down the wall. Exhale all the air out of the lungs. Release ankles, knees, hips. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, pull the fingers back. Inhale, the elbows drop, the fingers rise. And exhale, finger painting down the wall. Let's do that one more time. Exhale fully, all the air out of your lungs. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, pull the fingers back. Inhale, the elbows drop, the fingers rise. And exhale, we'll slowly bring the fingers down the wall. And then just release the ankles, knees, and hips. Kind of shake it out a little bit. Do you guys have any questions about that?
So eventually, are we supposed to pair the feet with the hands?
Exactly, and we're going to do that right now, John. Now,
Okay.
So the big thing, what I want you guys to kind of experience is, again, just like with the Qigong, the reason why we start with the Qigong is pairing the breathing and the movement. And what you'll begin to find, at least what I hope you begin to experience it, the more you do this, is the efficiency. And also you'll start to experience or feel almost like this spring loading effect, right? So and let me show you guys just from the side and see if you kind of can pick up on this. And sometimes it's easier to see this from the profile view. So as I do this, right, so here I'm going to step, and I want you guys just to observe for the moment. So right, I'm going to snap, I'm going to turn in, but I want you to notice as I release the ankles, knees, hips, I'm exhaling fully, right, and I'm just letting my body kind of unwind, or I'm really kind of winding into one direction so I can unwind out of that, right? So I'm going to pull and wind. And I'm going to unwind, right? I'm going to wind, unwind, wind, unwind, and then release. And again, that's with your breathing, right? So I'm going to exhale fully in order to be able to inhale, reach out and up. I'm going to exhale fully in order to be able to inhale, reach out and up, and lower down. My Tai Chi master, Master Chen, says he calls it falling asleep and waking up. So he'll say, fall asleep, wake up. Fall asleep, wake up. right? And that's with the breath. The exhalation, you fall asleep. The inhalation, you wake up. Any questions about that?
No.
All right. And you can find this in your everyday movement, right? If you even think about like, in Olivia's, we've played with this before, right? Like if you're opening up a refrigerator door, right? You fall asleep and then you wake up. If you're opening up like a door, like going into like a shopping center, right? I mean, obviously nowadays we kind of just walk in and there's these, you know, the sensor opens the door for you. But you know, I studied TaiChi in New York, and I always liken it to, if you ever go to Macy's on 34th Street, right? The doors there, it's those old wooden doors, and they're super heavy, right? So you know, the way that you would open, right, is you exhale, fall asleep, inhale, wake up, and push, as opposed to struggling to try to open this door. All right, so what we're doing is we're trying to match the breathing with the movement into where we're coordinating everything together. And as we do, we start to find efficiency in movement, and you start to find where your body's able to kind of coordinate itself better to where it requires less muscular tension, and you begin to integrate your body into motion, if that makes any sense.
Uh-huh.
Let's coordinate. So let's bring the hands and feet together, and then we're going to add on a little bit to this. So, right, we'll come back to that V-shaped stance, right? And here we're just going to begin to add the hands. So the hands are, think about softening the armpits a little bit. The elbows just kind of gently roll out as the thumbs roll towards your thighs. So again, we're kind of in a little bit of that gorilla shape, right? We're releasing in the ankles and knees and the hips. And from here, we're going to shift our weight into that right foot. We're going to step to the side with the left. We're going to shift our weight into that left foot, and then we're going to turn that right foot in. Again, we'll release the ankles and knees and the hips, and as you inhale, we'll reach out and up. And as you exhale, we'll pull those fingers back towards us. And as you inhale, the elbows drop, the fingers rise like you're waving high. And then as you exhale, we're going to finger paint down that wall. Beautiful, you guys. Let's just do that again. We'll come back, V-shape with the feet. Again, we're going to release the ankles and knees and the hips. We'll shift our weight into that right foot, step to the side with the left, shift our weight into that left foot, and then turn that right foot in on the heel. We'll release the ankles and knees and the hips. You'll inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, pull the fingers back. As you inhale, the elbows drop, the fingers rise. And as you exhale, we'll finger paint down the wall. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time, and then we're going to add on. Again, you're going to release the ankles and knees and the hips. We're going to shift into the right, step with the left, shift into the left, then turn in the right. Again, release ankles, knees, hips. As you inhale, reach out and up. As you exhale, pull the fingers back. As you inhale, the elbows drop, the fingers rise. And as you exhale, we're finger painting down the wall. Beautiful. Now, let's pause for a second. We're going to put the hands away. And again, you don't have to put them behind your back, but we're just going to let them go for a second. Now, what I want you to do from here is you're going to shift your weight into that left foot. We're going to turn out with the right foot. We're going to shift our way into that right foot. And then you're going to step forward. Sorry, shift your weight in the right foot. We're going to step forward with your left foot, putting the heel down where the toes work. Now we're going to shift forward and up into that left foot. So the weight is on that left foot. Now we're going to turn that right foot in on the heel to where it's facing about 10 to 15 degrees, right? Or a little bit more, about 20 to 30 degrees, right? And now we're in this front stance. I'm going to show you from the side, right? So here's we're in this staggered stance. Let's do that much again, just from this position, right? So we're gonna shift that weight into that left leg. We're gonna turn that right foot out. We're gonna shift that weight into that right foot. Now we're gonna step directly forward with the left, putting the heel down where the toes were. Now we're going to shift that weight forward into that left foot. And once that weight is off that right leg, we're going to turn that right foot in on the heel. And then we're going to just slide it down into that position. Notice again, that right foot is slightly turned out. So I'm not here, I'm not parallel. I want to be slightly turned out so I can relax into this. Right? Weight is 70 to 80% is on that front leg, 20 to 30% is on that back leg. Yeah, beautiful, you guys. Now, let's do it again. I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you from the profile, but we'll do it together. So again, feet facing forward, right? We're going to shift that weight into that. Let me just get my bearings because I'm mirroring you guys. Let's actually, I'm going to do it from this side, and I'm going to do it with you guys in the way that you normally would. So we're going to shift that weight into your left leg. We're going to turn that right foot out. We're going to shift your weight into that right foot, and then you're going to step forward with your left. You're going to shift your weight into that left foot, and then you're going to turn that right foot in on the heel, softening the ankles and knees and the hips. Let's do that much again. All right? So again, we're going to shift to the left, turn that right foot out, shift it to the right, step directly forward with the left, putting the heel down where the toes were. We're going to shift that weight into the left foot, and then we're going to turn that right foot in on the heel, releasing the ankles and knees and the hips. How are you guys doing with this?
Good. When we end, are we having equal weight on both legs?
As soon as you step that front foot forward, John, you want to have 70 to 80% of the weights on the front leg, 20 to 30% on the back leg.
Okay, you said that. Okay.
Yeah, and again, check out my feet, right? So, right here's that position you want those feet in.
Right.
Right. So that back leg is turned out a little bit. You also you want, if I was to shift the weight back and slide that foot back, I want to be in that same kind of hip width stance. Right. What often happens is when we go to step forward, this leg tends to slide forward. And now all of a sudden when we go to turn in, it's like we're standing on a tightrope. Right? And if I was to slide back, my heel should be aligned. So what you want to try to do is you want to see, again, you want to step forward to where the heel goes where the toes were, right? You want that heel to go where the toes were. So that way when I shift forward, now I still have that hip width stance, right? And I don't feel like I'm walking on a tightrope.
Right.
Does that make sense with everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you also have to put that left leg parallel at the end, right?
That left foot, Ellen?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that left foot is facing forward. That right foot is slightly turned out, right? And if you'll notice, right, if I turn both feet forward, it just jams up that hip socket, right? And it just doesn't feel good. But and it also forces you to put weight on both legs evenly. We want 70 to 80% of that weight on that front leg. And the only way we're going to be able to do it is by relaxing this back hip by turning that foot out a little bit, right? Now I can kind of hang out. It's almost like, have you ever done any stand-up paddleboarding? It's kind of that stance.
Yeah.
Right. Well, because I can't stand up on a stand-up paddleboard like this, right? It's just not going to feel good. Even like this, But if I turn that foot out, now I've got some, you know, it makes sense. Now I can adjust and I have some balance. Does that make sense for everybody?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. And if you ever, and it may have been a while, but if you ever played like tug of war, right? Right? If you think about play, like you're going to be in this stance, right? Or even like you think about like if you're playing basketball, before you go up to take a shot, this is the stance you're in, right? Tennis, pickleball, it's all the same, right? It's going to be some variation of this stance. It may be a little more narrow, it may be a little bit wider, but you're going to have some variation of this foot stance.
Okay.
Right, so I want to just kind of bring it to a practical level for you guys. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yep.
And again, for most of us, this left foot forward probably feels a little awkward. You're going to probably feel better with that right foot forward, right? And we're going to get there in just a second. Let's do this. Let's do just the footwork. Then we're going to add the hands to this and we'll bring it all full circle. How's everybody doing? You guys hanging in with me?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, great. Again, let's go just footwork from the beginning, right? Your hands can go either behind your back or you can let them relax to your side, whatever feels more comfortable for you, right? But we're just going to do that footwork. We'll come to that V-shaped stance. We're going to shift your weight into that right foot. We're going to step to the side with the left. We're going to shift your weight into that left foot. We're going to turn that right foot in on the heel. Now we're going to imagine you're going through your arm movements. Now we're going to shift that weight back into that, we're going to shift your weight back into your right foot. Turn that right foot out, or that left foot out. Shift your weight into that left foot, and then step forward with that. Sorry, I'm messing you guys all up because I'm doing the wrong thing.
Okay, so I think we went to the left.
We did. I messed you guys up because I'm mirroring you. Let's start from the beginning again, and let's see if I can get this right. Release the ankles and knees and the hips. Shift to the right, step to the side with the left. Shift to the left, and then turn that right foot in. Again, release the ankles and knees and the hips. We're going through the arm movement, and then we're going to go back. So we're going to shift that weight right. We're going to shift that weight to the left, turn that right foot out, place that foot down. Shift your weight into the right foot, step directly forward with the left, putting the heel down where the toes were. We're going to shift our weight into that left foot, turn that right foot in on the heel, soften the ankles and knees and the hips. All right, let's do it again from the top, from the beginning. Release, ankles, knees, hips. Shift into the right, step to the side with the left, shift into the left, turn in the right. Again, release the ankles, knees, hips. Shift back and shift into the left. Turn that right foot out. Place that right foot down. Shift your weight into that right foot. Step forward with the left, putting the heel down where the toes were. Shift your weight into that left foot. Turn that right foot in. Soften the ankles, knees, hips. Let's do that much again. One more time. Again, release the ankles and knees and the hips. Shift to the right. Step with the left. Shift into the left. Turn in the right. Again, releasing ankles, knees, hips. Again, we'll shift into the left. Pivot out on the heel of the right. Place that foot down. Shift your weight into that right foot. Step forward with the left foot. Shift your weight into that left foot. And then turn the right foot in on the heel, softening the ankles and knees and the hips. Let's do it together. This time I'm going to stand profile, and let's just do it a few more times. All right, release the ankles and knees and the hips. Shift into that right foot. Step to the side with the left. Shift into the left, and then turn in the right. Again, releasing the ankles and knees and the hips. From here, let's shift to the left. Pivot out on the heel of the right. Place that right foot down. Shift your weight into that right foot. Step directly forward with the left. Shift your weight into that left foot. Then turn that right foot in. Soften the ankles and knees and the hips. Again, 70 to 80% of that weight's on that left leg, 20 to 30% on the ball toe. And Olivia, one of the things we discovered, right, a while back is that we just don't want you to sink down too deep. This may be your stance. Notice I'm a little bit more upright. And that's okay, especially if it keeps you out of any pain, right? For those of you who want to sink a little bit lower, you can, right? But if this is where you are, that's fine. Right? If standing a little bit more upright, that's fine. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Go to a position that's comfortable and manageable, right? It just may feel more manageable to keep those feet a little bit more underneath you. And that's okay. I'd much rather have you there than trying to come out here and go real, real deep. It's not important. What's really important is you feel comfortable with the steps, right? And that you step to a position that feels good for you and doesn't cause you pain.
Okay.
All right, let's do it again, right? So same thing again from the side. I'll show you guys from the side, and then we'll add the hands to this. All right, so again, what we're going to do is we're going to release the ankles, knees, hips, shift to the right, step to the left, shift to the left, turn in the right. Again, release, ankles, knees, hips. From here, we're going to shift to the left, pivot out on the heel of the right, place that foot down, shift your weight into that right foot, step directly forward with the left, putting the heel down where the toes were. Shift your weight into that left foot, pivot that right foot in on the heel. Again, release, ankles, knees, hips. 70 to 80% of the weight's on the front, 20 to 30% is on the ball toe.
Okay.
Let's add the hands to this. How are you guys feeling with this?
Good.
Good.
All right.
Good.
And Olivia can probably attest to this. As the more you do this, the easier it gets. And what you'll find too, and Olivia, tell me if I'm wrong, is as you add more stuff, the stuff that you learned in the beginning, as you add more positions, right, movements, the stuff in the beginning becomes easier and easier.
Yes.
Right? It's a weird thing. All right, let's add the hands to this. So we're going to take you through from the beginning. All right, so we'll come back to that V-shaped stance. Right? We're going to release the ankles and knees and the hips. Shift it to the left, take a step, shift it to the right, take a step to the left. Shift into the left, turn in on the right. Release the ankles and knees and the hips. As you inhale, you're reaching out and up. As you exhale, you're pulling the fingers back. As you inhale, the elbows drop down, the elbows raise up like you're waving high with both hands. And then you're going to finger paint down that wall. Beautiful, you guys. Then again, from here, we're going to shift into your right. You're going to shift into, you're going to shift into your right. You're going to turn out your left.
No.
That's correct. But I want to add you guys' hands to this, right? So let's do this much again from here, right? So you're going to shift into your right. And as you turn out the left hand's going to come up, right hand's going to go down. And I want you to imagine like you're holding a big ball. guys, I'm so sorry. Let me do it from the side so I don't mess you up. And then as I get more comfortable with mirroring you, then then we'll go back to the front. But so from the side, right, what I want you to do is you're going to shift your weight into that right foot. We're going to turn out on the heel of the left. And as we do that, let's start from the beginning, right? So we're going to shift into the left. I'm going to pivot out on the heel of the right. And as I do, that right elbow is going to come up. Left hand's going to come underneath like you're holding a big ball. Yeah. Now we're going to shift that weight into that right foot. We're going to step forward with the left foot, putting the heel down where the toes were. We're going to shift into that left foot. And as we do, right, we're going to shift that weight all the way over. Right, we're still holding onto that ball. Now, this left hand is going to come up, and that right hand is going to go down. And this is called ward off left. And so what I imagine, like you're walking across the beach, you got your cooler in your right hand, and you're holding a beach ball against your chest with your left hand. Okay. Cooler's in the right, beach ball in the left. Right? And then you're just dropping that cooler in the sand. Right? Let's do that much again from the profile. I'm going to show you guys from this profile view. Right? So we're standing again, feet pointing forward. Right? We're going to shift into the left, pivot out on the heel of the right. And when we do that, right arm comes up, the left hand comes underneath, like we're holding a big ball. We're going to shift our weight into that right foot, and then we're going to step directly forward with the left, putting the heel down where the toes were. Shift weight into that left foot, and then we're going to turn that right foot in, and as we do, the right hand goes down, the left hand goes up. Yeah. So again, we're holding that beach ball against the chest with the left hand. The right arm is down by your side, like you just dropped your cooler in the sand. Release the ankles, knees, hips, shoulders unwind all the way out to the tips of the fingers. Let's do that much again. So, right, release the ankles and knees and the hips. We're going to shift to the left, pivot out on the heel of the right, and as we do, the right arm comes up, the left hand comes underneath the right. We're going to shift your weight into that right foot. You're going to step forward with your left. You're going to shift your weight into that left foot, and we're going to turn that right foot in. The left hand comes up, the right hand goes down. Ward off left. Yeah. And then, John, you just want to make sure that foot's turning in so both hips are gently facing forward. And the torso faces forward as well. Oh. Let's do it again. Right? So, shift into the left, pivot out on the heel of the right, and as we do, the arms come up. Shift into the right, step directly forward with the left. Shift into the left, turn that right foot in, the left hand comes up, the right hand goes down. Yeah, left hand up, right hand goes down. Let's do it again. One more time. Right, so shifting to the left, pivot out on the heel of the right. Shift to the right, step directly forward with the left, shifting to the left, turn that right foot in, the right hand goes down, the left hand goes up. All right. How are you guys doing with this?
Okay.
Sorry on my end, I got a little funky with trying to remember feet and hands together in the opposite direction. It's a little, my brain's going a little crazy. So here's what I want to do. I think we lost John. I think he had a call that.
No, I got a low battery.
Okay. Well, we're almost through this.
Okay.
And then we're gonna close up. And I know I'm kind of running you guys over a little bit. We got a little bit of a late start. Let's try to put this together. And before we do, I want to show you guys. I'm going to take you through this, right? And then I want you then just to see if you guys have any questions. Now I'm going to mirror this, but I'm not going to say anything, right? But I'm going to mirror what you guys are going to be doing. Now again, I just want you to just observe.
Okay.
Let me do that one more time, and then we're going to do it together. Oops, sorry. Keep messing up. All right. Let's do that together. Now, I'm going to do it from the profile just because I think that'll be easier for me to be able to talk you through this. So let's start off with feet together in that V position. Again, we're going to release the ankles and knees and the hips. You're going to shift to the right, step to the left, shift to the left, then turn in the right. We're going to release the ankles and knees and the hips. You're going to inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, open up. And exhale, finger paint down the wall. From here, we're going to shift into the left. You're going to turn out on the right, bringing the hands up. Right hand up, left palm underneath. You're going to shift your weight into that left foot. You're going to step directly, or the right foot, you're going to step directly forward with the left. You're going to shift your weight into that left foot, and then you're going to turn in the right. If the left hand comes up, the right hand goes down. Let's do it again. Release. Ankles, knees, hips. Shift into the right. Step to the side with the left. Shift to the left, then turn in the right. Release the ankles and knees and the hips. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, finger paint down the wall. Shift to the left. Pivot out on the heel of the right. Shift into the right. Step directly forward with the left. Shift into the left. The left hand goes up, right hand goes down. Holding that beach ball, dropping the cooler in the sand. Let's do it again. Release. Ankles, knees, hips. Shift into the right. Step to the left. Shift into the left. Turn in the right. Again, release. Ankles, knees, hips. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, finger painting down the wall. Again, shift to the left. Pivot out on the heel of the right. Shift to the right. Step directly forward with the left. Shift to the left. turn that right foot in, the left hand comes up, the right hand goes down. Softening the ankles and knees and the hips. Do you guys have any questions about this?
No, I think, yeah, the cooler and the umbrella or the ball, I think the arm movement, but this will be on video, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be on video. And what I'll do is I'll try to I'll shave the whole front, the top part off, so we can make it a little bit, so it kind of makes it a little bit more concise, and you guys can flip through. But it'll be all on video. I tell you what, let's do just one to two more rounds of me facing away from you. Sometimes that helps to see from the back. At least I found. And John, again, if you end up cutting out on us, we'll understand why.
No, it goes off. It goes off.
Right, gotcha. But let's try a couple from that position and see if it's helpful.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, right? So from here, you're going to release the ankles and knees and the hips. We'll shift to the right, step to the side with the left, shift to the left, then turn in the right. Exhale fully. Inhale, the arms reach out and up. Exhale, we're pulling the fingers back to us. Inhale, the elbows drop and the fingers rise. And then as you exhale, we'll finger paint down that wall. Then from here, we're going to shift to the left, pivot out on the heel of the right. The right hand comes up, the left hand comes underneath. Then we're going to shift your weight into that right foot. We're going to step forward with the left foot. You're going to shift your weight into that left foot, and then we're going to turn that right foot in. The left hand's going to come up, the right hand's going to come down. And what you can also kind of think about here is if you're kind of bracing your hand against a door frame, right? Let's do that again. Release, ankles, knees, hips. Shift to the right, step to the left. Shift to the left, turn in the right. Again, releasing ankles, knees, hips. We're going to inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, elbows drop, fingers rise. Exhale, releasing, finger painting down the wall. 1, we're going to shift it to the left. 2, we're going to turn out on the right. 3, we're going to shift it to the right. 4, step forward with the left. 5, shift it to the left. 6, turn that right foot in. The left hand comes up, the right hand goes down.
Yeah.
So the last thing I want to leave you guys with is we're going to do a couple with me facing you. Oh, I think we lost John. And then we're going to close. And I know I've kept you guys for a long time.
No, it's
I
pretty good.
apologize for running over. But let's just try a couple. I'm not going to say anything because I'll make it worse. I'll make it confusing for you if I do. So let's just do a couple of times again, me facing you. And again, I'm not going to say anything. We'll just go right to it. As we do. Let's do it again. Let's do it one more time and then we'll close.
got mixed up that time.
And that's okay. That's okay. I hope this is helpful, you guys. Again, I apologize for the lack of the Wi-Fi in the beginning, and then also it can be a little challenging to teach that kind of stuff mirroring you.
Yeah.
So please bear with me as I become a little bit better at mirroring you and instructing you at the same time.
Yeah.
It's interesting that some of you are opposite than what I'm doing. And I think it's just the way our cameras.
Yeah, it's, so what, and again, in inmate, this is the first time I've done this. Most of the time if you look at like Tai Chi videos, right, they'll show you from different angles.
Yeah.
Right? And since we're doing this live, it's a little challenging. So please give me your feedback, and especially Olivia, you've done this before, right? If it doesn't serve you for me to mirror you, then let's not do it. Right. So right now I'm doing everything completely opposite you guys since we're face to face.
Right. When you say lean to the right, Ellen is going to the left in my picture, but to her, she's going to her right.
Well, that's right. So that, exactly. Right.
So
So
I'm
that's
probably going the opposite way too, Ellen, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to move right now.
exactly. Right. So, and again, that's why, any feedback you guys is really helpful, because of what I'm trying to do, because of when you see me, right, if I shift to the right, that's your left.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Right.
See, I think I've been doing that wrong. Yeah.
So that, and again, this is a bit of a work in progress, guys, because again, I've never taught like this. It's always been in person. It's been live,
Yeah.
So yeah, so right now, right, so if I shift over to this side, what side am I shifting to?
Your right side.
I'm shifting to my right. Do you guys perceive that?
Yes.
Do it again.
So,
Yeah. And that would be, I go the same way and Ellen's going the other way.
That's right.
I
We're
think-
going the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it has to do like when you do selfies on a phone.
Uh-huh.
that's exactly. So I want to know what works for you guys.
Can we
right? That's-
change our camera to selfie and then we'll be the same?
No, because it's still gonna be the same, because it may be that, but it's really about it would be the same thing in person. So like when I teach Tai Chi in person, if I'm facing you,